Srimati Kirron Kher.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, today is the second anniversary of the brutal gang rape of a young woman in Delhi in 2012 that served as a trigger for massive public movements on the safety of women. The young physiotherapy student died after she was brutalized by the rapists. But there is one more crucial issue here that we must not forget. The victim and her friend were lying on the road for a long time, and no one came forward to help them. No one took them to the hospital, an act that could have perhaps saved this young woman's life. No one bothered to do that. And if we look at it critically, the reason for such inaction on the part of our fellow citizens is perhaps fear. वो डर के मारे उन्हें उठाकर अस्पताल नहीं ले गए. Fear that if they came forward to help someone in need, they will be pulled into an endless cycle of police interrogations and court proceedings. Fear that this one act of humanity might turn into an ordeal that will drag on for years and years. This is the fear that is stopping our citizens from saving lakhs of lives every year. In India, 15 people die every hour in road accidents. The number of deaths due to road traffic accidents in just the last decade is close to 1 million. The number of people who die due to road accidents in India is more than the individual populations of 27 countries across the world. In medical care, the 60 minutes, that 1 hour, the golden hour, following a trauma can make the difference between life and death. But according to reports, 80% of road accident victims in India do not receive any emergency medical care in those 60 minutes. So why is it that people don't come forward to help? A study sponsored by Save Life Foundation recently tried to find out the reasons, and the results are overwhelming. 74% of bystanders are unlikely to assist a victim of serious injury, irrespective of whether they are alone at the spot or have someone with them, even if they are only witnesses. 88% said that they were reluctant because they were afraid of legal hassles. 77% of respondents who were unlikely to assist injured victims say that it's hospitals who unnecessarily detain good Samaritans. वो नेक लोग जो आकर मदद करते हैं strangers की, उन्हें हम good Samaritans कहते हैं, and refuse to give treatment to the victims unless the money is paid. Madam, doctors take an oath to save lives. In this country and everywhere in the world, doctors are people who are respected by everyone. Yet today we have so many medical institutions which are more interested in making money and less interested in saving lives. I'm not suggesting here that every hospital must run for charity. That is not economically desirable or viable. But the integrity of a medical professional lies in their willingness to save lives before thinking about their monetary benefits. I feel strongly that today we must have a law to protect the right of good Samaritans and ensure that they don't face any legal hassles. We must have a law that obligates the hospitals to give first aid and emergency care to all patients that are brought to them. We must have a law in the country which allows citizens to take an injured person to a hospital and then choose to stay and help or leave and move forward depending on their convenience. I have introduced a private member's legislation to this effect last week. I have also submitted a petition signed by nearly 90,000 people to the Honourable Health Minister, Shri J.P. Nadda ji. I feel the government must bring in a law that addresses this issue in a comprehensive manner. And I request today that the government give an assurance, not just to this House, but to the people of this country, that this will be considered and brought